Welcome everyone. Today we are going to study about the second order system. As you might have studied in your classroom about critically damped, underdamped or overdamped system. Today we are going to visualize how the critically damped system or underdamped system or the overdamped system response looks like on the DSO. As you can see, we have a DC position control unit here. Actually, the position control is achieved for a good quality permanent magnet gear motor, whose specifications you can see a motor here. Its operating voltage is 24 volts, no load current is 0.61 ampere, and full load current is 2.18 ampere. Its rated RPM is almost 40 RPM. The angular position of the motor shaft is sensed by a special 360-degree rotating potentiometer. You can see the potentiometer. A calibrated disc, you can see here the calibrated disc that is attached with the motor. In order to study the second order system, we are going to use this DC position control unit to study how the critically damped, overdamped and underdamped system looks like. This transparent panel provides a good view of the interior. The motor unit is connected to the rest of the system through a 9-pin D connector. Also, two inputs are there. One is the continuous input, that is by this potentiometer. As we change the input, we are going to see the change on the output. As this is the closed loop system, it responds by an identical rotation of the motor shaft. So this is the main unit in which all components are set. As you can see the error detector here, in which we have 4 inputs and 1 output. And we have the forward gain, which can be varied from 0 to 10, by which we will see how the system will respond. Also, we have a motor driver unit. Then we have the feedback. So this is the complete setup of the DC position control unit, by which we are going to visualize the second order system. The second input is the step input, which is provided by this toggle switch. When we push this up, that means the step has been given. Then we push this down, that the step is off. The waveform capture on the DSO, we have been provided two connections on the setup, X and Y, so that we can see the waveform on the DSO. So these are the two probes that I will show how to connect these probes on the DSO so that we can get the result on the DSO. Let us now see how to connect the probes with the setup. As I have two probes here connected to the DSO. As you know, in each probe we have two connections. One is the ground and another one is the positive. So first of all, we have to common the ground, as I have connected the common with the setup. So let us now connect the ground potential of both probes with this common terminal. So let us connect it. I will connect first, then I will connect the second one. Now we will connect the positive terminal of both the probes at its respective position. First I will connect one connection. You can see I will connect another connection here. So let us now join the probe with these connections. I will connect one. Now I will connect the second probe. Let us now start the experiment. First I will give the continuous input. As I will vary the potentiometer input potentiometer, I will see change on the output potentiometer. So we have to observe how the position of the motor varies, as this varies from 0 to 360 degrees. So the change at the input will bring change at the output. Say I will vary this by 60 degrees. I will see how much the potentiometer has varied at the output. You can see it is almost 55. There is an error, so we are going to observe here. As we bring the change in the at the input, we are going to see how the motor position of the motor varies at the output. Let us now observe this second order system on the DSO by giving the step input. As we have to visualize how the critically damped, underdamped and overdamped system response looks like, we can vary the gain from 0 to 10 by this knob, as when the gain will be less, the system will be overdamped system. Now as I push this button, the red signal goes from display mode to the capture mode. Simultaneously, you have to give the step input by pushing the toggle button up. You have to wait for some time till the red signal goes back from capture mode to the display mode. Now the waveform will come on the DSO, so we can clearly see how the waveform will. This is the waveform. Now we have to change this to the XY mode and clearly see how the waveform will look like. Now you can see the response is coming on the DSO, so you can yourself decide which kind of response it is. I will break it at the center by the XY axis so that you can clearly see what kind of response is. It is a critically damped response, so it all depends on how much gain we have given. As in the critically damped response, zeta is equal to 1. There are no oscillations, and it achieves the final steady state and without some error. You can see the response is almost critically damped response. Let us now change the gain and we will see what kind of response will come. Now I will increase the gain from 2 to 5 by this knob. So I am giving gain of 5. Now again we have to repeat the process. Again we have to change the signal from display mode to the capture mode. Again we have to give the step input so that we can see the response. Now I will push the button to change it to the capture mode. Again I will give the step input. Now you have to wait till the signal goes back to the display mode. When it goes to the display mode, you will see how the signal will come on the DSO. That's it, as you are saying. Now the system has become oscillatory. You can clearly observe from the graph how the system has become faster, but the oscillations have come in the system. So by increasing the gain, you can see the system has become faster. You can visualize in the transparent panel how the DC position motor behaves. But practically what is happening here, you can clearly visualize how the position of the motor varies and the oscillations are there as well. Now I will repeat the process by increasing the gain. I will increase the gain and I will change the from display to the capture mode. Then again I will give the step input. Now you can clearly visualize how the oscillations have come in the system. And now we can see how the signal will come on the DSO. You can clearly visualize how the oscillations have increased. Now we will give the maximum gain, that is gain of 10, and we will repeat the process by giving the gain of 10, then changing the mode from display mode to the capture mode, then giving the step input, and look how this is more oscillatory. You can clearly see the position of the motor is oscillating. Now we can also see this signal on the DSO. Look how the oscillations have increased. By analyzing and tracing this graph, you can get the delay time, the rise time, the peak time, the settling time, maximum overshoot. You can get all the parameters, whichever you want to get. So you can take the trace or you can take it by the pen drive and you can analyze various things, whichever you want to, by taking the traces of this. Thank you very much.